Howdy legends, Zephyr here, and welcome back to another Apex Legends Pro Guides video. Apex Legends has a wide range of equipment and attachments to use, but how do you use them and what do they do and where can they be the most effective? Today, we're going to look at how to best use a wide range of equipment in Apex Legends. But first, our question of the day. What is your favorite optic to use in Apex Legends? Personally, I am a man of the 3x HCOG, but I want to hear your opinion in the comment section below. There's a wide range of optics in Apex. They have varying levels of zooms and some have special properties. For example, variable zoom or the ability to track heat signatures. The two heat tracking optics are the 1x digital threat and the 4x10 sniper digital threat. In particular, the 1x digi threat is a popular optic. It can be equipped by SMGs, pistols, and shotguns. This optic is really powerful if used with the right legends. Caustic and Bangalore players or their teammates should be carrying these optics where possible. Being able to track your opponents through the Bangalore smoke is very powerful, and while caustic gas does not hinder your vision quite as much, it does become much easier to fight in the clutter with the digital threat scope. Now, the sniper optic is a lot less used and is very situational, where it is strong in spotting people hiding or in smokes, but because it's a sniper optic, it's a lot less useful. How often are you fighting a Bangalore in a smoke with a sniper? Most fights in Apex are at close range. With a wider range of optics, it is important to think about what weapons to use with each optic. Not all weapons are compatible with each optic. See our handy table of what optics go with what class of weapons. Let's take the Prowler for example. It has a pretty sharp upwards recoil and it is a gun that's very powerful at close range. Using the Prowler is difficult at longer ranges, especially because of its 5x burst. A 2x optic can go on the Prowler, but at a super close range, the 2x can be difficult to use because you're almost too close on your opponent. At the stronger range for a 2x, about 50 to 75 meters or so, the Prowler is hard to use and control. So, a 1x optic would be much more suitable for a gun like the Prowler and would suit the weapon's characteristics better. Meanwhile, while 2x goes on a charge rifle, as does a 1x even, is this going to let you make the most of the incredible range and zero bullet drop? A 4.8x or a 6x scope will let you use the charge rifle at a much greater range and take full advantage of what can be a very simple weapon to use. Equally, are you going to use weapons like the Mozambique and Eva 8 at range that justifies a 2x scope? When choosing what optic to put on a weapon, do think about the use case of the weapon and what optic supports that. Who's better to give you extra advice on how best to use the range of equipment in Apex and how to match your optics to the right weapon? ProGuides has expert Apex Predator coaches on deck to advance your gameplay. They can help spot flaws, give you detailed knowledge, and direct you on how to best spend your time to take your Apex ability to the next level. ProGuides is your one-stop shop for all things Apex Legends. As well as high-quality coaches, there are in-game tips, tricks, and guides suitable for any level of player. So whatever your gameplay needs, we've got you covered. Why not sit down with an Apex Predator and get their opinion on how and where they use a gold knockdown, who gets the gold bag, and if gold shield is actually useful? Check out the link in the description, and let's go! The gold knockdown shield is a very controversial item in the ranked mode of Apex Legends. Many pro players wish it to be removed from ranked. It can be very powerful in late stages of the game, allowing you to stay alive even if your whole team is not. Potentially, you can even get a self-revive off and then continue in the game. We have all struggled to thirst a gold knockdown player, or enjoyed being super annoying swizzling your shield around as you're on the floor. But the addition of Newcastle adds extra dimension to the gold knockdown. Newcastle can revive and drag teammates using his knockdown as a revive shield. This means that Newcastle can get great value out of a gold knockdown shield. It gives him the best possible shield to revive others. It also means he could possibly self-revive and then go on to revive the rest of his team. If you have a Newcastle, you should be assigned the gold knockdown on your squad. But if you're Newcastle less, then do think about who would benefit from the ability the most. Is it a Wraith who could self-revive and then escape to safety? Perhaps because they are an aggressive legend, it also makes sense that the Wraith is more likely to become knocked than other legends on your team. Could it be given to Gibby, who could instantly dome and then revive a teammate? The choice is yours. Would you like to see the gold knockdown removed from ranked? The gold knockdown also pairs with the gold bag. They make a great combination. Now, why, you might ask? The gold bag, as well as having a juicy level of storage, also revives teammates with bonus levels of health and shields. This means that anyone revived by a gold bag could immediately rejoin the fight or would have enough health to take a few hits while escaping. The reason why it pairs with the gold knockdown so well is that this health bonus applies to self-revive too. So anyone with a gold knockdown and a gold bag can self-revive with bonus health, a very powerful ability. The true strength of the gold bag, though, lies with legends that are most likely to perform a revival. Gibraltar, Newcastle, and Lifeline are all S-tier gold bag users. Now, Bangalore, Caustic, and Mirage, yes, it goes invisible to revive, are also good candidates for a gold bag, especially without any of the 3 S-tier revivers on your team. Other shoutouts can go to anchor legends like Watson or Rampart, or even Wraith or Ashe, who may portal a down teammate to safety and then immediately revive. It all depends on who's on your team, and even if you have more than one gold bag on the team. The gold helmet reduces the cooldown on the recharge timer for both the Legend's ultimate and tactical ability. It also reduces headshot damage like the other helmets. This makes the equation for how to best use this item a bit simpler. You could give it to the Legend with the highest cooldown, perhaps a Gibraltar, or a Legend with the most useful ability on your team in certain situations. For example, you just used Caustic Ult and you think you'll need it back faster than the default cooldown. You can swap the gold helmet between legends to maximize its impact. Maybe you need to rotate and you won't quite have Valk Ult in time. Most important to consider when using the gold helmet is where will it be the most useful? Which abilities do you need the most often or the soonest? The gold body shield is my favorite gold item to use. Its bonus ability is that one cell heals double shields and one syringe doubled the health. The gold armor cannot level up though, and it adds only 100 HP, meaning you technically get more health from a red Evo shield. There are 2 standout uses for the gold body shield. Put it on your most aggressive legend, say your Wraith, Octane, Valk, or Ashe. The quick healing that you get from this shield means that they can play aggressively and quickly heal up and then keep the pressure on. They can also conserve healing items by only needing half the cells to heal. Or, alternatively, you can give it to your fat legends. Thick boys like Caustic and Gibraltar take a lot of damage and get focused by enemy teams. Giving them this shield means they can heal fast and keep moving. If you're short on healing meds, passing the gold shield around to save on syringes and cells is also a good tactic. However, something to consider. The gold shield is not Evo, so do think about not letting your charge rifle Charlie teammate do 5k damage across the map while wearing that gold shield. Grenades can be pretty underused in Apex. They can do major damage and seriously can turn a fight around. But some legends do rely on grenades and excel in an environment with a whole bunch of them. Horizon is a very popular legend on Stormpoint, and her Black Hole ultimate is incredible when used with grenades, especially Arc Stars. Make sure that you're carrying grenades at all times, but if you're playing with a Horizon, you really must take plenty of them. Grenades can also be very effective in bubble fights with Gibraltars. Plus, the new IMC armories can be camped above and grenade spammed into. Do take grenades into more consideration the next time you play. To recap, consider both your legend, your teammate's legend, and your circumstances when choosing between the high-level equipment. For general attachments, the better the attachments, the better the gun. As always, I've been Zephyr, and we've been ProGuides. Until next time.